CTV News with Sarah Freemark.
A transport truck smashed through a guardrail, creating a traffic nightmare on this Friday, heading into the weekend. Thanks so much for joining us. Here's what we know about that major highway crash this hour. A transport truck careened through a guardrail on Highway 11 North this afternoon just before 12:30 after a tire blew out. It happened between lines 7 and 8, triggering a multi-vehicle collision and shutting down part of the highway. The truck tore through a large section of the center barrier and was badly damaged. At this time, there are no reports of serious injuries, but drivers can expect delays in both directions as crews continue with cleanup and repairs. That severe thunderstorm that hit Simcoe County Thursday night brought destructive wind gusts and large hail. Today, CTV's Rob Cooper is bringing us into the heart of the aftermath.
And I'm videotaping these pine trees, and I'm thinking they're going to come down, so I say, in the video, I said, these trees are about to come down. And then, sure enough, 2 seconds later, the tree falls down on my house, and I got it all on film, which was pretty crazy.
Oh my, I gotta go check on my dog.
It was like a scene out of a movie. Michael Eddy of Severnbridge grabbed his phone to record yesterday's storm just moments before he captured this. Eddy says it all happened within about 60 seconds from start to finish. This is what his home looks like today.
As soon as that was done, it was really calm after that, kind of like the eye of the storm.
The damage and brunt of the storm was sporadic across the region. Up in Bracebridge, some homeowners are dealing with the same kind of mess. Trees down in some cases on top of vehicles. Hydro lines were still down along Fraserburg Road today. Crews trying to get as many people back online as quickly as they can.
It was very quick. I mean, up the street here, there's a tree down. Downtown, there's some trees down, and but we did hear that it was quite bad around the area.
So in Orillia yesterday, we had upwards of about 9,000 to 10,000 hydro customers out without power.
More damage down in Orillia too. Most customers have their power back tonight.
We did respond to quite a few calls in those affected areas for minor fire calls and fire alarms activated and people stuck in elevators.
So the air was just fueled, ready for these storms to take place. A lot of heat, a lot of humidity, a lot of moisture in the air.
Dave Phillips is with Environment Canada.
We saw temperatures drop and there was a cold front coming through, and that kind of was like the mix master. It kind of just mixed everything up and caused this thing to take off, and we saw temperatures drop from maybe 32, 33 down to 21. I mean, that's like a 13-degree drop in 1 hour.
Now, Hydro One tells me there are still pockets tonight without power. Crews are still out trying to get everybody back online. I'm told the estimated restoration time could be tomorrow for those in more isolated areas. Rob Cooper, CTV News, Barrie.
Now, caught in Thursday's storm, a pair of teens in Kempenfelt Bay near Centennial Beach were stranded in an inflatable without life jackets and no way to paddle back to shore. Barrie police received numerous calls and say they teamed up with a private boat and Good Samaritans to help rescue the two girls safely. This happened shortly after 6:30 p.m. and no injuries were reported. Well, in some parts of the region, the fire ratings, Christian, they have spiked too high, raising some concerns. Can you tell us a little bit more about what that means for the communities that are affected today?
Well, Sarah, fire danger ratings are high for several communities in Simcoe County right now, and among them, Springwater Township. It's actually under a fire ban for its second straight week. And what I can tell you is Springwater Fire says that's due to the municipality's rural composition. High winds have a tendency to blow stubble left behind from harvested crops. It can ignite and burn aggressively when mixed with dry conditions. The fire department has already had to fight several grass fires this year, and the township says it's lacking precipitation.
We've been gauging the amount of rain we've been receiving through our rain gauges throughout the township, and we're just not getting any significant rainfall to help us out.
It's been a deficit in most areas of Simcoe County of about 50 to 75%. So it's been a pretty dry summer already and will continue to be so as we head into August.
Now, Environment Canada says there isn't much more of the forecasted rain within the coming days at all, which is not what we wanted to hear. And Springwater Fire says it will evaluate its fire ban following the weekend. Sarah, my friend, this is the last time we get to do this together.
Yes, this will be Christian's last broadcast with us here on CTV. You've been a tremendous member of our team and, of course, become a good friend. You'll be greatly missed. Yeah, okay, let's expand now on that weather and see if those high temperatures causing the dry climate that Christian was just talking about are sticking around. So for that, let's head to Meridian Place. That's where Casey Colby joins us live tonight. Hi, Case.
Hello there, how are you? It's gorgeous down here. Downtown Barrie, lots going on all the time. Is that music in the background? Well, more on that coming up in just a little while. As alluded to by Sarah, yes, we're down here at Meridian Place, the Troubadour Festival going on tomorrow. Yours truly, Sarah, will be down here. And oh, the weather that's on everybody's mind. What are we looking forward to? Well, let's get right to it. I will let you know as we speak, there is a heat warning. And that is stretching, it looks like at this point, it's hot everywhere, but the heat warning is just for the York region part of our viewing area. So keep that in mind. Temperatures feeling 40 degrees plus with the Humidex. 27 degrees. First look at the forecast brought to you by the graveldrivewayguy.com, your local gravel driveway expert. 27 gorgeous degrees. That's without the Humidex. The winds are light out of the north, 15 kilometers an hour. They'll gust as high as about 20, 25 a little later on. Say, what's the temperature outside your door? Good evening, ladies. Have a good time here downtown Barrie, being serenaded. And the temperature outside your door, let's take a look at, Gravenhurst, 28 degrees. Sunshine City of Orillia, 27. 25 in Collingwood, 29 in Owen Sound. How about one more, 27 degrees in beautiful Newmarket, Ontario. A quick look, if you will. This is the radar satellite images over the last little while. And yeah, it looks pretty sweet if you like sunshine and warm summer, hot summer temperatures. And coming up just a few minutes time, we're going to learn more about the Troubadour Festival, who's headlining down here, and all the surprises that are going on. All that's coming up in just a few minutes time. Sarah, back to you.
The night is seemingly full of surprises. Thanks, Case. We'll see you in a bit. Let's go ahead and turn to our courts. A 36-year-old man with a troubled past was sentenced today here in Barrie for aggravated assault. But as CTV's Mike Arcelides reports, that's not the end of his legal troubles.
Kody Berdan, who is seeking bail next week on weapons charges and multiple breaches of release orders, was sentenced today in a Barrie courtroom for an aggravated assault committed about 2 years ago in Alliston. The court heard Berdan threatened a man, punched him in the face, and broke his fingers in October of 2023 along Victoria Street, shortly after Berdan told the man he owed him money and threatened he was going to break the man's legs, telling him in one voicemail, "I will find you. You won't like what's coming." The victim chose not to come forward. Instead, a third party contacted police after he was hospitalized and required surgery. As part of a joint submission from the Crown and defense lawyer John Raftery, Berdan received a suspended sentence, given enhanced credit of 6 months in pre-sentence custody, followed by probation for a year. The court heard the 36-year-old struggles with substance abuse. Berdan said his problems worsened when he was hit by a half-ton truck a few years ago. He also faces mental health challenges and has difficulty managing anger. His criminal history includes convictions for assaulting a police officer, threats, mischief, assault, and possessing property obtained by crime. The judge told Berdan by pleading guilty he spared the victim of having to testify in court and relive the ruthless violence, derogatory slurs, and aggressive threats he committed against the man. Berdan and his older brother Daryl, who have been behind bars for more than 2 months, were arrested during what the OPP called a bail compliance investigation in Alliston. The Berdan brothers were charged with several counts, including allegations of drug possession for the purpose of trafficking and possession of weapons. Some of their federal drug charges were dropped by the prosecution last week. Berdan is also not to communicate with his brother in jail. As he remains in custody on his most recent charges, Berdan is scheduled to return to a bail court on Tuesday. The allegations against him have not been tested in court. Mike Arcelides, CTV News, Barrie.
Reaction is still pouring in after all 5 former junior hockey players were acquitted in a high-profile sexual assault trial. The story captured national headlines, putting a focus on hockey culture and the meaning of consent. CTV's Adrian Gabriel followed the trial closely and brings us more.
A verdict delivered, a sports culture remains in the spotlight.
They found me lying on a floor in the bathroom, unconscious.
Kathleen LaRoche was 23 years old when she believed she was drugged and then eventually sexually assaulted in 2015 by a major junior hockey player in Quebec, who she says would go on to have a successful NHL career.
I called him. They found me unconscious. What happened? He said, just the only thing is I'm about to sign with the NHL. Please don't talk about it. So, that's what I did.
In denial for years, she suppressed the memory of what she says took place.
When Me Too wave came, my body started having anxiety symptoms, as if my body remembered, even if my head didn't want to.
As part of her personal journey and to help educate athletes, LaRoche is now working with hockey players and coaches at all levels, starting as young as 15 years old, sharing her experience and the importance of consent and self-awareness.
I want to educate people like him to protect people like me.
Author Laura Robinson wrote Crossing the Line, that examines the pervasive culture of Canada's national sport.
In my book, I have two guys who were convicted, actually, Jarrett Reed and Andrew Palmer, as they were convicted as junior players. They're both coaching right now.
Following this week's verdicts, one-time star goalie Carter Hart had his lawyer share this message.
He is committed to sharing what he has learned with others in his personal circle and in his professional life.
We need to hear what Carter Hart believes those lessons are. We have to stop acting like this, and we have to make sure that there's not a generation after us acting like this.
For LaRoche, that's her ultimate goal.
By helping them understand themselves more, they can be more conscious about their actions.
LaRoche says she's witnessed a willingness from young athletes who are eager to change the narrative, adding that she's hopeful for the next generation. Adrian Gobriel, CTV News, London, Ontario.
First, it was July 21st, then it was August 1st. Now, U.S. President Donald Trump is not sounding optimistic that a trade deal can be reached with Canada before his deadline. CTV's Abigail Beeman brings us the latest.
U.S. President Donald Trump says most trade deals will be finished by August 1st. But as for us,
we haven't really had a lot of luck with Canada. I think Canada could be one where they'll just pay tariffs, not really a negotiation.
Hot on the heels of senior Canadians declaring progress and encouragement after D.C. meetings.
I had a productive, cordial discussion meeting with Secretary Lutnick.
We don't have a deal with Canada. We haven't been focused on it.
It looks like we're trying to negotiate with the guy at the reception desk. Commerce Secretary Lutnick's not going to make decisions.
Ottawa has certainly been focused on Washington.
I hope the Prime Minister and the government will start doing is being a little bit more forceful in putting out exactly what we're going to do in terms of preparing workers who are going to be affected.
The hit is starting to be material and financial in nature.
The Canadian Chamber of Commerce says the months of uncertainty are toxic for business.
It's not going to go away on August 1st, even if we have a temporary deal, because we are facing a real review of CUSMA, which is the big one.
But for now, all eyes are focused on August 1st, with no one having a clear idea of what will happen before the day the president has threatened to impose 35% tariffs on all goods not covered by CUSMA. Abigail Beeman, CTV News, Ottawa.
Canadian company Labatt Breweries is donating emergency drinking water to hard-hit communities in Ontario dealing with wildfires. Emergency Preparedness and Response Minister Jill Dunlop was on hand as the company packed up and shipped out 40,000 cans of water.
I think it's great to see the public-private partnership in supporting our northern communities, and not just here in Ontario. They've also spread water to Saskatchewan and Manitoba, but that corporate responsibility and how proud we are of Labatt's for stepping up, taking a Team Canada approach to being there to support communities in their times of need.
Labatt says it temporarily paused beer production to activate its emergency water tap, which has provided more than 1.1 million cans already. Donations will be distributed to 2 organizations providing frontline relief. The Sunshine City is going green this weekend for the return of the Sustainable Orillia Innovation Showcase, and that'll take over the waterfront. It will bring cutting-edge technology, local vendors, and a chance to see the future of EV boating up close. And speaking of up close, our Luke Samard had a pretty cool experience this afternoon.
From the dock to Lake Couchiching, the future of boating is on full display. NGO is showcasing its fully electric hydrofoil prototype, the NV1.
The main principle behind that technology is a wing which sits underneath the water. It lifts the hull out of the water, and that gives us some incredible efficiency and performance, which really makes that electrification practical.
This sleek vessel promises to go further and faster than gas-powered boats with hydrofoils that lift it above the water for a smoother, more efficient ride.
That's really the big differentiator beyond the zero emissions. We're not polluting the environment, but we're also giving an overall better experience of that smooth flight over water and really showcase what that future of marine technology is going to look like.
The boat is one of the main attractions at this weekend's Sustainable Orillia Green Innovation Showcase.
We can't keep growing. We can't be dependent on growth all the time. People need to understand that there are limits to growth, that we live at a time where obviously there's lots of evidence of climate change.
With the showcase continuing to grow each year, this time more than 60 electric vehicles and a fleet of EV boats are taking center stage.
The boats that you do see here are new technology, particularly the NGO boat that you had the privilege of having a ride in. That's new Canadian technology, and it's clean technology.
With vendors saying that electric will be the future of boating.
100%. Sustainability is where it's all headed towards. We see vessels from small inflatable dinghies to sailboats to even some larger power boats being converted very actively today.
The functional benefits of going electric.
Sailing off into the sunset with no noise, no gas, no clouds of smoke, quiet. It aligns with the philosophy of sailing and boating in general. All the harbors and the small lakes are then clean. There's no spills, there's no oil. Marine wildlife is preserved.
With a small fraction of electric boats in the water today, Peacegood believes there will be a shift coming.
That's because it takes so much power to push the boat through the water. What we're building here is a technology which gives us the efficiency so that electric becomes practical. And I think inevitably we'll transition to electric, and this is the technology that we need to make that happen.
If you want a sneak peek at the future of electric boating, head downtown Orillia this weekend. The Sustainable Orillia's Green Innovation Showcase is taking place Saturday, July 26th from 10 to 5, Sunday, July 27th from 10 to 4. It's free, it's family friendly, and it's all about the future. Luke Simard, CTV News, Orillia.
Still to come here on CTV Barrie, it's hometown heroes versus hockey greats, and it's all for a life-saving cause. The story behind the charity face-off that's bringing the community together. Plus, the Georgian Bay Garden Tour is back, and it's more colorful than ever. Surprising gardening tips, creative flair, and a day that also gives back. Details coming up, but right now, I think KC has a surprise for us as we go to break.
That's right. Well, they're not appearing at the Troubadour Festival, but they are local perspectives.
Thanks for staying with us. It is one of our region's most beautiful garden tours. First, because of its visually stunning presentation, and second, for who it helps.
I love putting my hands in the dirt. That's kind of the joy of gardening.
The Georgian Bay Garden Tour for this year will feature 12 colorful gardens, several very talented artisans, and a silent auction. And the $25 ticket price will go to assist Hospice Huronia, Tompkins House, and the Y Marsh Center. Tour visitors will also have the opportunity to learn valuable information from gardeners, information that might surprise some.
You don't have to always follow the rules that certain garden gurus tell you have to follow. There's a lot of things the way I garden that isn't necessarily to that extent of following certain rules, and I've been very successful with it.
The Georgian Bay Garden Tour takes place Saturday, July 26th from 9 in the morning till 4 p.m. Innisfil is about to host its very first Sick Kids versus KD celebrity charity hockey game, and you're invited.
Well, it's important to be involved because it's good to give back to the community, and especially like people in need.
On Friday, August 1st, the Innisfil Recreation Center turns into a battleground as local hockey talent face off against NHL alumni, including the legendary Doug Gilmour. This all-ages event isn't just about the game, it's about giving back. Proceeds support sick kids. Kawasaki Disease Canada and food donations go to the Innisfil Food Bank.
You really do need a specialty team to treat Kawasaki disease because it's really hard to get it diagnosed, and it's really important to get diagnosed by day 10 of the onset of the high fever, just because that's the best outcome of the treatment that's available. And so that's why the awareness is so important, so that kids can get help sooner.
I got lucky, like a lot of other kids like have heart implications like when they get older, and I kind of like got lucky. So like helping raise awareness, raise money for this to help maybe like kids actually fully recover from this.
This all-ages event isn't just about the game, it's about giving back. Tickets are on sale now, so don't miss your chance to be part of history. Get ready to feel the beat and hear the verse. A one-of-a-kind showcase is taking over the Midland Cultural Center for a spoken word meets hip-hop.
Hey guys, it's your girl Ty the Poetess, and I am Barrie's Poet Laureate. On July 26th,
Barrie's Poet Laureate, Ty the Poetess, is bringing together some of Simcoe County's freshest talent, from dance and beatboxing to emceeing and powerful poetry.
Emerging artists are the future, right? And we all got to start somewhere, and having somebody show up for us will give us that confidence to kind of keep going after our dreams.
And these are the people who live in our communities, who tell our stories, who are passionate about what we go through, and are there to represent us.
The family-friendly celebration of literary art, music, and culture is happening tomorrow, July 26th, and doors open at 2:30 p.m. It was a brilliant morning at the Lake of Bays Public Library as families flocked to the Dwight Branch Gazebo for a special goat storytime event. Children sang songs, listened to stories, and then got up close with some furry friends from Muskoka Goat Away. The event is part of the library's summer programming and aims to bring the community together by mixing fun and education. Well, this weekend, North America's top pit masters will be serving up award-winning ribs. That's right, Barrie's Rib Fest is back at Georgian Mall until July 27th. It's not just about the food. You can also enjoy live music, activities, and artisans. Admission is $5 and free for kids 10 and under, and it's pet-friendly. All proceeds support the Royal Victoria Regional Health Centre and Football Ontario. As always, if you're looking for more information, you can go to our website. You can also follow breaking news and keep up with what happens over the weekend at ctvnews.ca/Barrie or scan the QR code on the screen. Still ahead, big excitement brewing at Meridian Place, and we've got everything that you need to know, from road closures and event times to the best spots to watch. All the live music coming up tomorrow at the Troubadour Festival Summer Concert Series. In fact, KC is there right now. Case.
And you'll be here tomorrow, right, Sarah? It's the Troubadour Festival Summer Concert Series. There it is. Music, fun, and strong men? What? Craig will explain. Craig Stevens, that is, and our Weather Watch artiste. We'll have a look. Casey, our Weather Watch artiste, says, Mom and Dad built this beautiful new red garden shed, perfect for my new red fort. You're watching CTV News Barrie.
Picture this, brought to you by Bounce 1041 and Pure Country 106.
We were celebrating everything Hawaiian this week on CTV Barrie. That last photo was our choice for Pick of the Week, submitted by Paul, but we sure did get a lot of great photos. Next week, we want you to snap that biggest, brightest, happiest summer smile. Whether you're at the beach, the park, enjoying ice cream, whatever you like to do, whatever makes you smile, send us those photos. Picture this at ctv.ca. Speaking of one of the biggest, brightest smiles around, let's head back out to Case. How are things feeling in downtown Barrie tonight, Casey?
Oh, it's hot. It's very hot here. It's beautiful. Hot and beautiful. As a matter of fact, a lady just walked by with a parasol. Yes, trying to keep the sun off her. There is a heat warning, incidentally. Southern part of our viewing area, York region. Temperatures stretching into the 40s when you factor in the humidex. Oh, it's hot everywhere, though. Be hot here for the Troubadour Festival. More on that for tomorrow. Coming up just a couple minutes time, let's talk about how hot it is outside your door as we speak. Are we going to throw in the humidex? Why don't we throw in the humidex? How about, looks like 30 degrees in Alliston. Looks like 32 here in Barrie. And give us one more. How about 32 degrees in Mount Forest, Ontario? That's the temperature with the humidex as we speak, ladies and gentlemen. Downtown Barrie, always alive, always busy. Almanac for today, well, 29 degrees, 29 and 20. That's the high, that's the low. A record. Well, looks like we're stretching back to 1916, 36.7 degrees. Boy, that's a scorcher. 1916, and record low, 2.2 degrees in 1953. A little on the chilly side, isn't it, in the 50s? Yes. How about sunrise, sunset? 5:59 it rises, sets at 8:50. Grand total of 14 hours and 50 minutes of daylight. Say, roll that forecast radar for us. Us troubadours interested in finding out what the weather is going to be like tomorrow outside your yard and in our neck of the woods too. Let's talk about it. And here we go, breaking it down. The southern tip of Georgian Bay, Lake Simcoe, overnight temperatures settling in quite nicely. 16, 17 degrees. There's a few clouds in the Owen Sound area, but just about everywhere else it's clearing skies. For tomorrow, 28, 29, feeling 35 with the humidex. And incidentally, there is a chance, as the forecast radar just showed us, 40% chance of a shower and or a thunderstorm into the afternoon, okay? Orangeville, Bradford, Georgina, Newmarket, Richmond Hill. Richmond Hill touched upon where they are being graced with a heat warning as per Environment Canada. Clear skies for this evening, and then tomorrow 29, 30 degrees, feeling like 38 when you factor in the humidex, sun cloud, 40% chance of a passing shower. They're saying, Environment Canada, passing shower. Parry Sound, Huntsville, Bracebridge, Gravenhurst, Haliburton, 16 degrees. There's a few clouds for this evening. Slight chance of a shower in the Haliburton region, but that's just about the only area for this evening. And then for tomorrow, mainly sunny conditions, 28, 29, much warmer with the humidex, mainly sunny skies. There is a chance of a passing afternoon shower. That's tonight and tomorrow. Now, time for the Diamond and Diamond Lawyers 5-day extended forecast. And it looks like this. Here we go, starting in, Simcoe County tonight. Sunday looks like sun, clouds, slight chance of a shower. Oh, it's getting warmer, 30 degrees without the humidex. Monday's 31, sunny, sunny, sunny. Tuesday, there's a 40% chance of a few showers leaking from those clouds. 28, and Wednesday, well, we're back into the sunshine and 26 degrees. 5-day extended forecast for York region. Have a look. Sunday, sun, clouds, slight chance of a shower. 31, scorching degrees. 32 on Monday, wide open skies. Sunny, sunny. And then Tuesday happens, and we're looking at a 40% chance of a cooling shower, according to Environment Canada. It's cooling. Yes, that's what Dave told me, yes. And Wednesday, sunny skies and 27. Muskoka, Parry Sound, Haliburton, have a look. Sunny skies on Sunday. Monday has more sunshine and 30 degrees. Tuesday has a sun-cloud mix, 40% chance of a shower and 28 degrees. Cooling down to 24 degrees and fair skies with a 40% chance of a shower. That's what we're looking at for on land. How about on water? Let's have a look for the Marine Report, brought to you by Suzuki Marine. Yes, North Lake Huron and South Lake Huron. Well, the winds are out of the northwest, 10 knots, both this evening and tomorrow. Slow dissipation. And then waves, well, 0.5 meter to 1 meter in North Lake Huron, and South Lake Huron has half to less than half for tomorrow. Georgian Bay and Lake Simcoe have a dip. Yeah, absolutely. Winds out of the northwest, 10 knots. In Georgian Bay tomorrow, waves 0.5 meter or less. And Lake Simcoe, waves half meter or less, and the winds out of the northeast for tonight, 10 knots, shifting to the south for tomorrow. As mentioned, we're downtown Barrie. It's the Troubadour Festival tomorrow, and with me right now from downtown Barrie is Craig Stevens, the all-knowing Craig Stevens. And Craig, thanks very much for coming by and letting us know more about the Troubadour Festival, because there is so much more. The 99 is here tomorrow as far as music goes. Expand a little bit about, it's more than music, and the music is great, but the celebration itself, what does it all encompass?
Yeah, so it's a lot. It's a full day of activity. So we start tomorrow morning off with actually an open air Dunlop. So Dunlop Street is going to be closed again to cars and just pedestrian friendly, and it's the classic car show. So we've got over 500 cars coming from all over the province to set up and display on the street. And what's really exciting is we're going to kick the show off with the world's strongest man, who has a business in downtown Barrie, and he's going to push a VW bus, believe it or not. So that's going to be really exciting at 10 a.m. to come down and check out.
Mitchell Hooper, you put him to work, world's strongest man, great guy here in Barrie. We see him everywhere, world's strongest man is mentioned. The music, there is so much music. We're featuring the 99, a little bit about the 99, one of Barrie's favorites, of course. Tell us a little bit about that and also what we can experience on Open Air Dunlop.
Yeah, so the Troubadour Festival is in the evening, and what's great is that we start off with a local opener showcase. So we put a submission out back in the spring, and we've got a whole bunch of local performers to submit, and they've been selected. And so we've got 3 local performers that are going to kick it off at 6 o'clock, and then that will lead to the headliners, which you mentioned are the 99s, a fantastic cover band. You like the 90s, 2000s, and current, they do a fantastic job, and they'll start off at 8:30.
And then, of course, we've got food down here. The weather is, I know somebody. And apparently it's supposed to be kind of nice. Weather is supposed to be nice tomorrow. So, and this is we wait for these moments. We wait for the summer to arrive, and then we bring people down. I mean, we had close to 8,000 people last time for the Troubadour Festival. It is a full day. It's a family-friendly day, too.
This is all about the family. Yeah, so this is for everybody. Bring young, old, and everyone down, because there really literally is something for everybody. And you know what? What you do is you support your local downtown, which are made up of your friends, your family, your neighbors. Our local businesses are truly local, and so come down and have a great time taking cars, taking the world's strongest man, and then stay along for some awesome music.
Awesome music indeed, and as mentioned too, there's so much to discover here in downtown Barrie, so much going on, so many new things happening. And I know Mitchell Hooper, world's strongest man, I know him from the gym, and he's a great guy, and he's always willing for an arm wrestle too.
Yeah, you know what, he is. And I think, what's great about this, too, is that his push is actually for the Barrie Food Bank. And so we encourage everyone that's coming down to please bring a donation, a non-perishable food item. We're going to try and pack the van to make it a little bit heavier for him. And, because I think he likes the challenge. And the van will be open all day to donate food throughout. And you know what, it gives back to those in need as well.
Craig Stevens, downtown Barrie, thanks very much. Fist pump, my friend.
Thank you.
It's all about the Troubadour Festival. And Sarah, you're down here hosting it. Nice.
That's right. I'll be down there starting at 9:30 a.m. Bring those non-perishable food items. So as Case and Craig were saying, we can really pack that Volkswagen bus and make the world's strongest man give it an old push. And then, of course, we've got the Troubadour Festival. Let's talk right now, though, about how classic Much Music now has a new home, and you'll find it online. The nation's Much Music station has launched Much Rewind on YouTube. It will host vintage VJ interviews featuring some of the biggest names in music over the years. The first batch of uploads includes sit-downs with Missy Elliott, Christina Aguilera, and Eminem. Much plans to update the YouTube channel every weekday with digitally restored interviews from the vault. CTV News and Much Music are both owned by Bell Media. Time is almost up, and so is your chance to carry the fire for a world free from fear of cancer. The absolute final deadline for the Princess Margaret Cottage lottery is tonight at midnight. This is your last chance to win over 6,400 prizes worth more than $8.5 million. 3 lakefront dream cottages are up for grabs, and they are all built by Linwood Custom Homes and fully furnished by Lakeshore Designs and come with $50,000 cash. You can buy now at princessmargaretlotto.com or call that number on the screen. Up next, coffee lovers, this one's for you. We'll visit the Canadian National Barista Championship, where espresso shots and signature creations are being poured by top talent from across the country. You're watching CTV News Barrie. Recapping our top stories on this Friday, a severe thunderstorm hit Simcoe County Thursday night, bringing destructive wind gusts and large hail. The damage and brunt of the storm was sporadic across the region. Hydro One says there are still pockets without power tonight. Fire danger ratings are high for several Simcoe County communities, including Springwater Township, which is under a fire ban. The fire department has already had to fight several grass fires this year. Environment Canada says there's not much rain in the forecast in the coming days. Kody Berdan, who is seeking bail on weapons charges and multiple breaches of release orders, was sentenced today for an aggravated assault in Alliston. Berdan received a suspended sentence, given enhanced credit of 6 months in pre-sentence custody, followed by probation for a year. In business news tonight, tech stocks helped push Canada's main stock index higher Friday morning, with U.S. markets also on the rise. Let's take a look at where the numbers stand at the end of the day. The TSX was up 122 points, the Dow was up 208, and the Nasdaq was up 50. And commodities oil was down 87 cents to close at $65.16 a barrel. Gold was down $37.90 to finish at $33.35 an ounce, and our dollar was down to end the day, ending at 72.97 cents U.S. A new report suggests cost-cutting by Ottawa may lead to the loss of almost 60,000 federal jobs. Finance Minister François-Philippe Champagne is calling for deep cuts, ordering federal departments to slash spending by up to 15%. A new report from the Canadian Centre for Policy Alternatives warns that could mean up to 57,000 federal jobs lost by 2028. Agencies like the Canada Revenue Agency, Employment and Social Development, and Citizenship and Immigration are expected to be hit the hardest. The public service has already shrunk by 9,800 jobs over the past year. Anxious travelers at Vancouver Airport can now pony up for some comfort. Meet Magic and Tinkerbell. Those are two mini therapy ponies, bringing big calm to YVR. It's an expansion of the airport's therapy dog program designed to help ease travelers' stress. The program's on trial for now, but if all goes well, those four-legged flyers could be cleared for takeoff. If you like coffee, Edmonton might be the place to be this weekend, although it doesn't have miniature ponies. Some of the best baristas in the country are in the city vying for a national title. CTV's Amanda Anderson reports.
This barista has just 15 minutes to make coffee that will wow a panel of judges. She's one of 18 baristas competing in the National Barista Championship hosted by Edmonton's Columbian Coffee Bar and Roastery.
We just wanted to bring that vibrancy and just have people from across Canada come to actually check us out as like a very thriving scene of specialty coffee.
Competitors tell a story as they brew.
The coffees that are actually being used at this competition are some of the best coffees that you will ever have access to in your life. These coffees are sourced and they are very, very expensive, but they're sourced from really phenomenal coffee producers.
Each barista is required to make 3 coffees.
So we'll do the pure espresso, a milk beverage, which is like cappuccino, and then we'll do a signature beverage. So it's a drink created with coffee. It's kind of like a mocktail.
The whole time they have not 1, but 10 judges watching their every move and listening to every word. This is Kitty Chan's second time at Nationals. The Calgarian says it can be nerve-wracking.
We were taught to think of them as like micromanagers at the cafe.
The judges want to ensure whomever wins will be the best to represent Canada at the World Barista Championships in the fall. Canada has finished 2nd, 3rd, and 4th at previous World Championships, but has yet to win.
They want to make sure that they possess the skills to present, the technical skills, the knowledge of coffee, as well as the sensory knowledge to know how to communicate a sensory experience to people.
There are 5 baristas from Edmonton competing in the Nationals this weekend. It's taking place through Sunday at the Oliver Exchange 2 building and is open to the public. Amanda Anderson, CTV News, Edmonton.
Love is in the air, and on the midway, we've got details on how one lucky couple can tie the knot under the super wheel at this year's Canadian National Exhibition. Details next here on CTV Barrie.
Hi. Hi, I'm Sarah Freemark, and if you missed the kickoff of the Troubadour Festival Summer Concert Series, don't worry, you've still got time to join the fun. This incredible 4-part celebration of live music runs through September 6th, bringing award-winning Canadian artists and local talent to our Meridian Place waterfront stage. Thanks to Mayor Alex Nuttall, the Downtown Barrie BIA, CTV, Pure Country 106, and Bounce 1041, admission is completely free. So grab your friends and let's make this summer unforgettable with CTV, Pure Country, and Bounce 1041 in Downtown Barrie. Here's a look at your Friday night primetime lineup. Our CTV2 movie is The Fixer. It starts at 8, followed by Criminal Minds at 10 p.m. and CTV News Barrie at 11.
Welcome back. Taking a look at what's trending today. The Canadian National Exhibition is adding a whole lot of love to this year's Midway. One lucky couple will get the chance to say I do right under the iconic Super Wheel as part of the fair's new Marriage on the Midway contest. The winners get a vow ceremony, a custom wedding cake, a pro photographer, and front row seats to see 98 Degrees perform I Do live at the Bandshell. If the CNE holds a special place in your heart, share your love story online by August 8th for a shot at the most fun-filled wedding of the summer.
My name is Happy Gilmore. 30 years ago, I decided to give golf a try.
Almost 30 years after the original, Happy Gilmore is making a return to the screen with more chaos on the green. This time he's joined by a slew of heavy hitters, including Travis Kelce, Ben Stiller, and Bad Bunny. The flick is officially out in theaters today.
Oh, that's interesting. Your lifelines. It's like they've intersected before. You've walked in
Freakier Friday just had its world premiere in Los Angeles, and The Switch is on. Stars Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis are back, but who swaps with who this time? You'll have to wait to find out. Freakier Friday hits theaters August 8th. Basketball superstar Caitlin Clark has set another record, but this time it's off the hard court. Clark's 2024 WNBA rookie card sold for $660,000 US. This is the highest yet for a female athlete at a public auction. The card was signed by the Indiana Fever guard and inscribed with her scoring total for her rookie season. Now to somebody who is a long way from being a rookie. Case, how many years, we're going back to Meridian Place, how many years have you been on CTV Barrie now?
I believe it's somewhere around 24, coming up on 24 years. I can't believe it. 24 fun years, and oh, fun, that's what summer's all about. Enjoy it, because the Get Up and Go forecast, it's looking pretty fun. Let's take a look right now. First thing tomorrow morning. Oh, what a weekend. Barrie, sunny skies and 20 degrees at 7 o'clock in the morning. 20 degrees and fair skies in Newmarket, and wide open, gorgeous skies in Gravenhurst. 19 degrees at 7 o'clock. Oh, what a weekend. Have yourself a fantastic one. Sarah.
Thanks so much, Casey. I'll be down at Meridian Place for the whole day tomorrow as we kick off the next Troubadour Festival Summer Concert Series installation. But for right now, we'll leave it there. That's our newscast on this Friday night. I'm Sarah Freemark, and Christian will give you the big wrap tonight at 11. Good night.
It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. The regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man sitting next to me, making love to his tonic engine. That's you.